We haven't seen that before, but if you wait a little bit, Sparks will wave at the camera. Oh, it's super cute. Hello everybody, what's here to you, and welcome back to Let's Play Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. In the previous episode, we conquered the world of Breeze Harbor with a very helpful pancake. And today's episode, as you may notice by the title of the video, we are not going to be taking care of one world in this video, but rather, we're going to talk to Moneybags to start things off. This is a great sign for the rest of the video.
To learn how to climb? I'd be willing to teach you for, say, oh, I don't know, a small fee. You won't regret it. Okay, when you see a wall surface that looks climbable, like the one to my left here, just jump onto it and you will grab it with your claws. Use the left stick to move up and down. Press the jump button again to leap off. You can also jump sideways onto another climbable area.
So, this is a very useful ability for the game, which will make it so that we can climb on ladders and things like that. I really wish we could have gotten this one sooner, because this is a big reason why so many collectibles earlier in the game, we couldn't get them on our first run. But that's exactly what this video is for. So, keep in mind, we don't have every single ability right now, but I figured now would be the best opportunity to take care of that. So without further ado, let's go into the guidebook and return to the first world that we missed everything in, Glimmer. So at the risk of sounding like we're in the middle of a Breath of the Wild video, we will not be taking care of any story progress whatsoever in this episode. Rather, we'll be going back to every world that we couldn't get everything on our first run, and we'll be using our new super handy dandy powers of climbing to be able to climb stuff. That's very useful advice. Let's go up here. And, oh, it's a completely different area that we weren't able to go to before. I don't want to talk to you. I'm commentating right now.
To keep going, you'll definitely need this Superfly power-up to light the lamps.
For this one, we're going to need to get the super power back, which means we're going to need to fight some enemies, so I'll be right back.
Hey, great! You've got the Superfly power-up active! Now you can light the gem lamps in this cave!
Even though this mission is kind of out of the way because we do need to come back here on a repeat playthrough, I gotta say, this may very well be my favorite mission in the world of Glimmer. It's just so much fun. I love any mission that makes us fly around, except for the flying highway levels. So this one is just really fun. I really wish we could have done this sooner, but unfortunately, like every mission we're be taking care of in this video, we had to come back later for it.
Spyro, for a while I was afraid we were gonna have to cancel tonight's baseball game. Here, somebody mix this orb in with the baseballs.
The thought of these cute little mice playing baseball, that's really adorable. So, we don't have... Oh, never mind. All orbs collected. We're missing something. We're missing something in that direction. Alright, let's go collect it. I don't think we can fly all the way over there, but that is really sparkly. Wow. I like sparkly. But as we can see, as we go out here, it's draining a lot faster, just like the other one. It's really silly, but unfortunately, that's the way it is. I feel like I'm going to be saying that a lot in this video. Where was the one that we missed? There were jars right here? I probably noticed that in editing and was like, oh, I'm a dummy. I missed something. I've been searching for like 20 minutes trying to find this one. But there it is. That's the last gemstone we need. 100% level completion. That feels really good. So, as we leave this area, I need to complain about something, and I apologize because it feels like I've been complaining a lot in these past couple episodes. I do not like this right here. I do not like this stupid board because it looks like you can break it at some point, but no, you never can. You don't get any ability to break that at any point during the game, and it drives me crazy. But now that we have all the orbs, you may be wondering, well, since we got all the orbs in the other worlds and we got a special cutscene, do we get another cutscene for leaving this one with all the orbs? Well, how that you see. And also, yes, you can recollect talismans and things like that. So yeah, that's useful in case you need to re-record stuff. Their animation for when they fall down is really cute. Alright, so now we saved the turtles, let's head back over here. And let's go talk to this guy.
Hello, young one. There's a chef up at the top of this ladder who wants to make soup out of our turtles. Maybe you could climb up there and stop him?
It's kind of morbid, but it also makes me think of that story that I told the first time we were here about a turtle that I had called my soup.
Your turtle friends will make a very good soup. If I can catch them, you can try to save them if you like. But I'm feeling awfully hungry.
Alright, so what you want to do is that you're going to want to keep the turtles from going into the cauldron. It's not really that hard of a level, you just need to head bash the turtle away from the cauldron. You can use the fire on them, that is very helpful, but head bashing is probably the way to go! I was really hoping you want to go into the cauldron, and you didn't, and that makes me happy. You go away. You go away. The cauldron is not your friend. Cauldron is not your friend. No, 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 no. Hey, remember that time that I said this was easy? Alright, so let's take care of that. That was it. Ready? Okay.
There are more where those came from. Here, take this orb and go away. If you step any closer to the pot, I'll start ringing my bell.
So, I've been avoiding this topic for a while, but I need to get this off my chest right now. And this is such a minor nitpick. And it doesn't necessarily apply to Ripto's Rage. It's just more of a thing that I have with games in general. Those idle animations when you're talking to an NPC where they just wander around and look everywhere, I don't like those. They just look boring. They kind of look like they didn't know what they wanted to do with the characters when they weren't looking at Spyro or the main characters they're talking to. It's like, I'm not a big fan of those kind of animations, but what I will say, the one that drives me the most insane, and this is one that I'm pretty certain not a whole lot of people are going to remember, is a game called Hasbro Family Game Night 3. There is a minigame based off Mousetrap, and Mr. Potato Head's animation, when he's looking around, that's like the worst offender of this complaint. Again, it's not that big of a problem, it's just a bit of a nitpick that I have with pretty much any game where they're not talking to you, they don't look at the main character, they just like look around aimlessly. It's just something that bothers me. But what doesn't bother me is saving the turtles! Yay, save the turtles! You need to go in the exact opposite direction you're going.
Rats! You saved every turtle on the beach. Here, take this. I was gonna use it to buy potatoes, but now I don't need it.
I love the detail that this guy has a unibrow. So now we've taken care of that. I don't remember exactly off the top of my head where the other gemstones are. I was trying to click on the thumbstick, but I remembered Sparks isn't with me. So I'll be back in a moment. I found a gemstone and it's shiny. It's also purple. I like the color purple. Next place we're going to is over here. There's a ladder we can climb. So we'll head over this direction. There's another shiny gemstone we can collect. Have I mentioned that I like shiny yet? Because shiny is awesome. And that was the next one. So I believe that's almost everything. Let me check the guidebook. We're missing some more gems. And sparks can point us in the right direction. Quite literally. The final gemstones we'll be collecting are going to be located inside the water. So we'll go over here. And that's everything. So, 2 worlds down, who knows how many more to go. This is such a great camera angle. So, next up, we'll be collecting the last of everything else in the world of... this isn't Glimmer, this is Summer Forest. I was about to say Glimmer, but I was like, wait, that's not right. So, we'll go over this way. Climb up the ladder, and there's going to be a bunch of gems up here that we can collect. The glitch that I mentioned a couple of videos ago, or the previous episode rather, that glitch can make it so you can get up here way quicker than you're supposed to. So that's pretty interesting indeed. Was that all the orbs in this place? Yes, it was. So now we're only missing 5 more gemstones. So let's jump cut over to where they are. The last gemstones that were missing in the Summer Forest were located at the very beginning of the world. Man, I did a horrible job exploring this when we first came into this area. I'll try to get better about that as we continue the hub world area thingies. So now we're taking care of all that. The next place we'll be going towards is going to be located in... Okay, I just gotta say, 100% completion on all of these is just so nice to see. Next stop is going to be the world of Zephyr. I believe it's going to be our last stop for this episode, so that's also pretty exciting. Next stop, and probably the last one we'll make in this video, we are now returning to the world of Zephyr to take care of a few more things that we couldn't on our first run through this place. So, what we'll be doing is that we'll be going over this direction, and I'm gonna go talk to that one guy so we can actually kickstart the side quest again. Well, that's fascinating. We already saw your dialogue. So, 5 of these weird pig things are going to be hidden all across the level. And I know the Bo-Peep character literally just said what they're called. I don't particularly care though, because they still look really creepy. I know they're supposed to be cute and all, but like, no, they look weird. And they're creepy. They're the source of everything wrong with the world, probably, I decided. A bit of a fun note, though, is that there was a funny glitch that happened. I don't want to say exactly what happened yet, because I want to see if I can replicate it a little bit later. But if I can't, then I'll have the footage on screen at some point during the video. There's somebody shooting at me. I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate it when people do that. Yeah, I didn't take care of those bad guys, because I'm honestly in a bit of a hurry to get this video finished. This video is being recorded close to the upload date, much sooner than usual. Like usually there's like a good week or two between recording and uploading, but I realized I didn't have enough videos recorded for this week, so I'm kind of in a hurry to get this video finished so I can edit it soon. It might not seem like the best idea in the world, but that's just what happened. So we'll be going over this way. We don't want to take care of those birds before we do it. You know what? I decided. I'm gonna call them Angry Birds. I know. That was a dumb game that was a long time ago, and I accidentally broke that thinking there'd be gemstones inside, so I guess we're taking care of that first so that we can be a little bit consistent in this video. Oh goody, I died, so now I have to do all this again. Does that mean I have to restart the magical question mark jar thing? Or do I keep pushing the A button? I keep pushing the A button because I've been playing SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom a lot recently, and the jump button in that game is A, which is really weird. Just like the visual glitch that happened a second ago. Okay, I know where that is. I don't know why I was thinking it was in the lower area. It's been a while since I've played through this level, admittedly. I see what they're trying to make me do. And I have no other choice but to do it because that's the only way we can get that treasure thing. Get away from this stupid angry bird. I've honestly never really been a big fan of that game, so I don't know why I'm referencing that. But I'm calling these things Angry Birds because I think it's funny. And if I think that's funny, then that means no one else will. And that's what makes these videos interesting, I should say. So we go over here. And the final jar is going to be located over here, right next to the magical poppin' texture grass. That's something that I noticed a lot of Switch games have, is it just me, or does it seem like the Switch has more poppin' texture games than usual? Like, definitely not to the degree as, like, Nintendo 64 or something like that. But at least compared to some other consoles, especially for this era, it seems like there's a lot more poppin' textures in these kind of games. You can definitely notice that in things like Super Mario 3D All-Stars, but I don't know, does anybody else notice that? And if you didn't before, do you now notice it now because I ruined it for everybody? What happened to that guy? Oh, that was a barrel. So that's where you go over here. I would just like to say, this recording session, similar to the Breath of the Wild video that we recorded yesterday, this is the first recording session for Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage where I'm recording with the Pro Controller rather than Joy-Cons. I gotta say, even though I probably still do prefer the Joy-Cons whenever I'm playing Switch games, I'm really liking this controller. I didn't get one for the longest time because Pro Controllers for the Switch are a little expensive. But I got this one recently because the Joy-Cons that I do use for recording, they're not drifting, it's just that the left one, you can hear the spring clicking whenever I move it upwards, and the right Joy-Con seems to be just squeaking a little bit more when I'm playing with the Joy-Con grip, both of which can be heard whenever I'm trying to record Switch games recently. So I decided to get a Pro Controller because I thought it would be quieter to record with, and so far it seems to be working. But I gotta say, the biggest reason why I'm loving this controller so far is because it actually works with Steam. The Joy-Cons can connect to Steam, it's just that it registers it as like two completely separate controllers, so it's a little hard to play games like Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light, or this is a fire thing, it's not a flying ability. It's a little hard to play games like Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light or Persona 4 when you're playing with a single Joy-Con. So I wanted to get this so I can have like a proper controller for those things, and for whatever reason I can't seem to get my Xbox controller to work with Steam. So I got this Pro Controller and it's been working wonders. I love this thing so far. So we go over here and we can breathe fire and destroy those things, and we can get the super shiny, awesome gemstones of epicness. And now that was the last of the gemstones. So that's pretty exciting. I forgot how high those things can fly when you're using the super fire. That's pretty funny. So I don't remember exactly what to do to get these jerks out of here. Hopefully I'll figure it out in due time. I need to use the fire thing. I literally just said that they go higher when you use that. So let's see if that... Can you please stop getting glitched on top of the ladder? There we go. I don't remember that being a problem in the original game, but I guess that's a problem with this one. It's not really a problem because that glitch was pretty funny. It's just really amusing seeing how high these things fly. That never gets old. So I'm probably going to end up speeding the footage up as we collect the rest of these things because we've already seen the rest of the level. So... cue the music, or cue the speeding footage montage, or however I'm going to edit this. In my current mindset, I'm imagining that I'm editing this with the VHS filter or something like that. Which, by the way, a bit of a fun story about that. I first used that in a Majora's Mask 3D video because there was a segment that I wanted to speed up, but it wasn't quite long enough to use music for. So I decided to use a VHS rewind, a VHS feature. It happened again. Oh my god, I can't believe it. This is the glitch I was talking about before. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. This is amazing. Ah, that was a missile. Alright. So I believe we need to get the top one off first, and then we can move them. So... man, I just love this game's glitches. Glitches aren't usually a thing that a lot of people enjoy in games. I love glitches. I'm going the wrong way, okay? Yeah, I was going the wrong way. So, yeah, let's go over here. I guess that's the reason why I'm liking SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom a lot lately, because it seems like Rehydrated is a little bit more glitchy than the original version. But honestly, I'm kind of liking the remake a little bit more, to be honest. I know that might be a bit of an unpopular opinion, but I've been really enjoying Battle for Bikini Bottom recently. My only real complaint with it so far is that it's really bright. It's a really bright game, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a little bit more bright than I was expecting. The game itself is gorgeous. It's just that, like I said, it's a really bright game. It can be a little bit hard on the eyes at times, but other than that, it's a really fun game. The Switch in general is just a goldmine for 3D platformers right now, because you have this game, which has like 3 games built into it. You have Super Mario 3D All-Stars, which say a little about the collection, but you can't deny that those 3 games are amazing. You also got the Crash Bandicoot remake, we've got Battle for Bikini Bottom, we've got Yooka-Laylee, we've got Hat in Time. There's just so many good 3D platformers on the Switch, it's amazing. I remember saying on Twitter a little while ago that if the Toy Story 2 game ever gets ported to Switch, then it would be the absolute best console to ever play 3D platformers on, and I still stand by that. And I would say that that might not happen, but at the same time, we also got the Aladdin and Lion King video game ports to Switch, and Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 recently got ported to Switch, so I think anything's possible at this point.
For, you know, the effort. There are 2 more cowlicks out there somewhere, but I haven't seen them in days.
And there are 2 more for us to find. Excuse me! That hurt my feelings. But I'm gonna be the better man. I won't get my revenge or anything like that. I will go over here and continue on my merry way, or however whatever the term is. I'll go over here and just forget about it. Screw being the bigger man, I want revenge! Die, stupid angry bird! I would laugh more maniacally, but it's also super late at night and I have neighbors. One thing worth mentioning that I kind of completely forgot to talk about is the fact that it kind of seems like these cows will fly further if you dash into them, and they'll go higher if you breathe fire on them.
Well, I am impressed. You got all 7 cowlicks for me. Here's a fair reward.
All orbs collected. 100% level complete. And just look at that. Oh, it's so gorgeous. 100% completion on everything except Bottom Plains, but we haven't seen all of that world yet. So I think that's going to be a good place to call it quits for this episode of Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. It is worth mentioning, though, that we've only seen like half the worlds in Autumn Plains so far, and there is one more ability that we can unlock later in the game. I don't remember off the top of my head if we need that ability to get any gemstones in anything in Autumn Plains. I don't remember off the top of my head if that's the case. If it is, those will be collected during the finale or a bonus video or something like that. Just keep that in mind. But now taking care of all that, we're in this video off here. So thank you all so much for watching this episode of Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. In the next episode, we're going to continue on the story and take care of some more things and stuff like that. That's a great motivation to keep watching this Let's Play. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and next time, Lady Gear to you. Oh yeah.